Hi guys, I'm back. Today, simple color palette day. Color palette suggested by one of my subscribers. So thank you for that. I wasn't entirely sure I was going to like the color combination, but now that they're sitting here in front of me, kind of mixed up, they look kind of pretty together. So I think I'm hoping this is going to be kind of it's going to be a darker pour. And I hope that the gold doesn't sort of wash over everything, because some of the metallics tend to sort of glaze over everything. We are using the metallic pure gold from Folk Art, the Apple Barrel Wild Iris, the Apple Barrel Jet Black, and for my Cobalt Blue, we're using Artist Loft Ultramarine mixed with Apple Barrel True Navy. I don't actually have Cobalt Blue, so I mixed up my own. Went online to make sure that that's as close to the color as I can get. I think it's pretty accurate. So I have put silicone in the purple, the blue, and the black. No silicone in the gold. I never put silicone in my metallics anymore because it just does not work out very well. The metallics and the silicone, at least the ones that I use, they don't play well together. So it's just gold and distilled water, and of course they all have floetrol in them. I never leave home without my floetrol. And we just got a little pill bottle here. We're going to fill it up and see what happens. I'm going to do about half the purple, and then we're going to do half the blue, and then half the black, and then half the gold, or maybe not quite half of it because there's a lot in there. And some more purple, some more blue, some more black. Okay, and then top it off with some more gold. Alright, that's way too much paint for this little thing, I'm pretty sure. I don't want that to interfere with my colors, so I'm going to flip this over, and then I'm going to find an edge catcher, because I don't want to lose a lot of the pretty stuff if it's going to, if it looks cool in the middle. I kind of want to keep all that. I'm just taking a piece of cardboard. This is my edge catcher, and I'm just kind of rolling it like this to kind of roll it so I can hold it like this around the canvas. Well, my board, anyway. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, that paint is very thick. But the colors are pretty together, that's for sure. I like the colors together. We're just going to let it sit for a minute, see what it wants to do. I don't like to take my torch to it immediately. I like to just let it sit and, see what it wants to do. Let's get the palette knife. We'll scrape that out of there so that, the crummy part of the paint will come off on the edges, and it will help to pull the other stuff off. Okay, I think that's about it. I about dumped it in the middle of the painting. Oh, that would be so awful. I'd be crying. Okay, that's good. Just sort of pulling this to the edge so it'll maybe come off a little easier. Okay, well, I don't think it's going to do a whole lot more than that without the torch. So we're going to torch it before we... And there go all the tiny little bubbles, making all these tiny little pinholes. For some reason, that gold holds a lot of bubbles air bubbles in it while it's just sitting here waiting to be used. And they don't come to the top like they do in my other paints. So when I pour it out, there's a lot of air bubbles. Okay, that's about all it's going to do, I think. I'm going to move these colors out of the way. There we go. And very slowly, look at that, awesome. That works great. Very slowly tilt it so that it will not destroy all those pretty little cells. And this we're going to, dump off in a minute, but I wanted to sort of save this edge right here. I didn't want to pour any of that off. It's looking pretty so far. And if it goes a little too far, you can bring it back and then take your edge catcher away. And it'll save you some of those cells that kind of got smushed along the side. They'll stretch back out. But I don't think I want to save this right here. We're just going to bring it just barely where we can. There we go. Okay. Today I am not testing the limits of my paint. Not doing it today. I want to salvage every little cell, and it's hard to do this when you can't stick your finger on the other side of the board. I don't want to stick my finger in the paint. I don't want to stretch out these cells too far. Oh, I really... I think next time if I do this, I'm going to put like some Velcro or some tape or something on the bottom of this little disc because I'm having a hard time tilting it and holding it. It just wants to slide out of my hand. Okay, now we're getting to the part where I need to dump some of that ugly off of there so that it, because that was not part of the painting. Okay. Wow. I'm liking it. Just bring it back a little bit. There we go. Okay. This is where I would normally... I'm not going to use a bad word here, but this is where I would normally mess things up. I would say, oh, I don't like that one little spot, so I'm going to try and shove it off. It would be like, I don't like this cell, so I'm going to try and shove it off, and I'd stretch everything that way, and it would just ruin the whole thing. So I am going to wipe off the bottom, set it down, torch it, and walk away. I love that gold. I'm going to have to go buy some more of that. It's just been sitting around here forever, not being used, because, like I said, I tend to stay away from the metallics, but after this little experience with this one, hopefully this will stay this way. That's my only thing is, I worry a little bit that it won't. Okay, how cool is that looking? I think that looks pretty cool. So, let me wipe off my hands here. I'm wiping it on there's like all sorts of paint on the table, so. And normally I wouldn't like these big giant cells, but they're kind of, I don't know how you would, I think you would do it like that, because the big cells feel like they're heavy, they need to be on the bottom there. So, I almost dumped my glass of water on that. I went to grab my torch and I picked up my cup of distilled water. So, maybe some more of that gold will come back through the black. Nah, it doesn't want to. I just kind of wanted to give that a chance. I'm not gonna like try and bring up anything else anywhere else in here. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. Yay! I'm happy with that. Hopefully it won't change too much more as it sits. Sometimes they do. Let's get you down. Okay, I can't get too close because it gets kind of faded out when I get close to it. Partly that gold. You can kind of see, I don't know, let's see if we can see any of the shimmer of the gold on the top. No, not really. But it's kind of a neat view of it. Kind of see, maybe, no, you can't really see much else. You can kind of see a hint of gold coming up through there. And a hint of gold coming up there. So maybe, you know, the longer they sit, and some of these might get a, you know, some of those pink ones right there might get a little bit more blue in them. You just don't know. I'll let it sit for, it'll sit for 10 or 15 minutes, and it'll work for 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'll know, you know, kind of how it's going to end up. But I think this was a pretty cool, successful pour. I've got to go get some more of these circles. I love the circles. I feel like I'm creating planets there. So there is your pretty for today. KP, I hope you like this one. It's for you. Dedicated to you. Yeah. Just know that purple is not quite that pink as it is in the video. For some reason, my video always does everything a little too pink. But other than that, it's pretty accurate. So wherever you are on the planet, I hope you have an awesome afternoon, day, evening, night. And thank you again to all of my subscribers. I love you all. I'm so glad I get to talk to you every week. And I love all the comments you leave for me. Y'all are so sweet. So y'all go out and play with some paint. See you later. Bye.